The environment is God's gift to man. However, the responsibility of keeping and tendering the environment rests on the shoulders of the man for himself and generations yet unborn. The importance of carefully sustaining and managing our environment is a task that cannot be taken lightly. This is because the consequences of not doing so may be devastating. In Ogun State, waste management was a big issue. Before this administration came on board, solid waste was dumped along the streets and in drainage areas. This invariably resulted to blockage, which led to flooding and many health challenges. In realization of this, one of the first things the present administration in Ogun State did on assumption of office was the total clearing of unapproved dump sites in the state. Refuse dump sites were cleared and replaced with incinerators. There was also the clearing of blocked drainage and construction of new culverts across the state for easy flow of water. Apart from clearing the environment, the State Ministry of Information embarked on the beautification exercise of streets, particularly in the state capital, Abeokuta. Since then, several efforts have been embarked upon by the ministry to ensure a healthy environment for its citizens. It is one thing to start laudable projects and yet another to maintain and sustain them. When the state government, under the leadership of Governor Ibikunle Amosun, acquired waste management equipment, it was with the aim of ensuring that the environment was kept clean and tidy, and to reintroduce to the people the good culture of refuse disposal. As such, no cost was attached to the disposal of people's waste by the government.
The residents in Ogun State, they have been enjoying free service in terms of waste management. I would say less than 2% of the population pay for service for evacuation of waste. And that 2% will be maybe the industries and maybe some eyebrow residential areas and so on.
At present, the Ogun State government has continued to upgrade the levels of equipment that are being used in its clearing projects all over the state to ensure a serene environment for the people. Recently, the state purchased new state-of-the-art road clearing trucks that will clean the major roads in Abeokuta.
It's a mechanical sweeper which is designed for so many functions in terms of cleanliness of road. In the first case, it has some hydraulic system which can eject water so as to spray the water on the floor for any dirt or any oil or anything. And then it has the mechanical brush which will brush everything away. So apart from the normal sweeping of litters or refuse or garbage or all those things, it has so many other functions in addition to that one.
The Permanent Secretary also explains other features of the machine.
The machine you have just witnessed working can cover at a stretch up to 50 kilometers of normal sweeping. It has a capacity of over 2,000 liters of water which can use for special cleaning exercise. If you have deposited sand on the road, you don't need any shovel or any this thing. It will just spray the water to make it soft, and then with the brush, it sucks everything inside. And then at the designated point, it will just empty the thing.
In the first instance, 3 of the machines were bought as a pilot program for roads clearing in Abeokuta. The plan is to see how well the machines work. If all is generally satisfactory, more will then be acquired for other local government areas in the state. Another reason for the purchase of the machines is to reduce the risk of accidents faced by human cleaners who run the risk of being run over by motorists. It is hoped that when more of the equipment are procured, most of the workers who clean the roads will be moved to less busy roads in the state. The introduction of monthly sanitation in Ogun State was for the people to imbibe the culture of cleanliness. The state government believes that a healthy people are indeed a wealthy people. More so, a lot of diseases can be prevented if proper hygiene and environmental cleanliness are observed. However, it has been observed that many believe that the period of the monthly sanitation is a time to take leisure trips or just sit around doing nothing. These acts have continued to make the Ministry of Environment to monitor the exercise in all the local government areas of the state on every last Saturday of the month. In Shagamu, people were up and doing in regards of the sanitation exercise.
Our people are complying with the sanitation because over time they are now used to it. Initially it was strange to them, but now they are used to it. That they should keep their environments clean and always remember that health is wealth.
While some citizens of the state were found clearing their environment as they should, others were found on the roads. They were arrested and taken to mobile courts for violation of the monthly sanitation exercise. The mobile courts were introduced to ensure compliance of the sanitation exercise. For Senator Ibikunle Amosun, clearing and sustaining the environment is not a once-in-a-while thing. His administration understands the importance of the environment to the survival of its people, and thus has continually ensured that the state is always clean. Daily, workers from the State Ministry of Environment are seen clearing major streets, and refuse disposal trucks are always on the road to move refuse brought out by residents. During the last sanitation exercise, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, as usual, went out to monitor the exercise on the Lagos-Shagamu Expressway. The governor expressed his displeasure at the lack of adherence to the state monthly sanitation law. As such, defaulters were arrested to be prosecuted. The state law on the monthly sanitation stipulates that people should stay indoors from 7 to 10 a.m. on the last Saturday of every month. The special advisor to the governor on environment, Mrs. Abimbola Lanre Balogun, further explains.
The environmental sanitation law stipulates that every last Saturday of the month there will be environmental sanitation, that is cleaning of all the environment between the hours of 7 a.m. and 10 a.m., whereby movement will be restricted and people are expected to come out and clean the environment, the surroundings, and then we as a ministry we go out and remove all they have taken out for us to the refuse or the dirt in the gutter or whatever. Our duty is to go out with our own trucks and make sure that all these are off the streets after the environmental sanitation.
The state government thus set up the mobile courts to punish offenders. There are also plans by the state government to reintroduce environmental inspection officers to ensure compliance amongst the citizens.
Right now in the local government, there are what we call health officers, and right now there's something in the pipeline for us to meet with those people because they are closer to the grassroots. We want them to go into these villages that is near the local government and see what we call them willy kind of thing. They'll come, check their water, check their gutter, check all that, and we don't have to wait until every month. for sanitation exercise to take place before we do all this. It's supposed to be a continuous exercise, because cleaning your environment, cleaning your house is not a once and for all, once a month exercise. It should be on a regular basis.
There is the need for the people to support these efforts of the government through compliance with the laid down rules.
If we take care of our environment, then we'll be healthy. We'll spend less on drugs, we'll spend less on malaria, we'll spend less on health, and then that means, they're interwoven, health and environment. So our people, I want to appeal to them to please take environmental sanitation days as part of their civic responsibility to the state.
When the government of Senator Amusun decided to go all out in cleaning the state, it was for the benefit of all concerned. Now, the people have seen these efforts and are commending it. They also bear their minds on the importance of a clean environment and why compliance with the sanitation law is necessary for all and sundry.
They are trying, to be sincere, they are trying. I can see them, they are trying. In terms of packing the dirty and everything, they are trying. Dirtiness is not good. When the environment is dirty, it affects us. It affects the people around there. So it's not even good to dump refuge inside gutter. It's not good at all, because if it starts raining, the flood will scatter everywhere, and it's not good at all. It's good to keep where we are staying very clean. It helps us in our health also.
I like the present government because they always tell people about the environment. For example, now you see our guys, you see people, when they drink pure water, they will drop it anyhow. Buy this, they drop it anyhow. It's not good, understand? Because we are polluting the environment that we live. Understand? We call it environmental pollution. By those nylon, they're not used to. Nylon is different. It's not manure. Understand? If it's something like leaves, then maybe they will melt away a bit. Anything nylon, all those plastic rubbers, they are not supposed. Only if the government can also help our people, teach us, understand, the way to handle things. Maybe in your shop, anywhere you are, any dirty, you have your basket. Even though if you don't have basket from the government, you have basket on your own. Understand? If I say this, I don't know how you people will feel. At my home, if my wife used to be happy anytime I did house. Understand? Because the environment will be neat. When the environment is neat, it's good health to your people, to yourself and your children too.
It's good to be clean. But at least I said that the rain is coming soon. It's good for someone to be clean, even though maybe where you are selling things or at home. Because of all this, let me say at home now, because of mosquitoes. Then when we talk of the gutter something, so it's not good for someone to be dumping dustbin there because of the rain.
It's good to be clean, because when you dump carelessly, when rain fall, it normally enter people's house and damage things. So I thank government as they bring motor that used to carry those refuge.
It's good to keep our environment clean, because when you keep your environment clean, it takes care of your health. It helps people, even your neighbors, your children, your family, they live in good health, because it helps us a lot. So we have to keep our environment very clean. And moreover, we are very grateful to the government, because the government are making all possible efforts to make sure that all the streets we are very clean. They employ, the women that keep on sweeping every day, every morning. We saw them sweeping the road, the major roads, and also the trailers that used to pick the dustbins to throw it, maybe on the refuse ground and so on and so forth. So we are very grateful to the government, and even merely looking at the state, you see that the state looks very clean, unlike before, that anywhere you go, you just see dustbins,
all papers on the road, everything on the road, but this government is making all effort to make everything okay.
They also gave some advice to both government and defaulters of the monthly sanitation exercise.
It's good to clean our environment and make our homes very clean. Then the effort the government is supposed to put in place is they are supposed to recruit people that will be monitoring people, how they are keeping their environment. Like here, somebody can drink pure water and drop it on the ground just like that. It is all good. Somebody, when you go to their various houses here, you see somebody with shit, they put it inside pool and drop maybe near their where they are sitting down, and all this is causes a lot of sickness in their life.
tó bá ti dijọ́ sátidé tán ní ká máa ṣe ẹ̀mọ́ tó yẹ ká try láti máa ṣe fáǹfààní tiwa náà ni kì í ṣe fún pé ìjọba kọ́ ló fẹ́ bá wa gbélé wa, ìjọba kọ́ ló fẹ́ bá wa ṣe mọ́tótó àyíká wa, àwa ló tọ́ sí láti máa ṣe. Èmi bẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa kí wọ́n máa bọ́ ta kí wọ́n máa ṣe mọ́tótó yẹn, nǹkan tó dáa ni fún àǹfààní ara wa tàwọn ọmọ wa, nítorí tá a bá ń dalẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá tó bá di ọ̀rọ̀ omíyalé àwa náà lè yóò máa kó bá. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ àrógun omíyalé nílùú.
Àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n máa kọtí ikún sí ìmọ́tótó yẹn lóòjọ́ environmental, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá jẹ́ kí wọ́n bá ronú dáadáa kò yẹ kí a lè kọtí ikún sí nítorí pé tiwa náà níjọba ń ṣe. Kí a fẹ́ lè fẹ̀ sí wa kó lè dára fún wa, kí àrùn má ṣe wá náà níjọba ṣe gbé ètò yìí kalẹ̀. Ètò tó sì dára ni. Níṣẹ́ ni mo rọ àwọn ará wa, àwọn èèyàn wa láti lè pé ká máa jáde nígbà yẹn ká máa ṣe ìmọ́tótó yẹn torí pé kálàáfíà lè fẹ̀ sí kó lè fẹ̀ sí wa.
On Monday, the 4th of March, 2013, the executive governor of Ogun State, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, received guests from the papacy in his office at Okemosa. The team consisted of the Apostolic Nuncio to Nigeria, Augustine Kasuja, the administrator of the Catholic Diocese of Abeokuta, the Very Reverend Monsignor Ajala, other members of the clergy, and others. The Apostolic Nuncio explained the purpose of their visit.